Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to this, your December 1st through December 15th reading and predictions. For those of you who are new here, thank you so much for clicking and trusting. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my channel. Now, the last reading that I did for you was for the time frame of November 15th through November 30th. And Aquarius, you had received a very tall order from the universe last month, and that was to begin the work on the I'm not good enough wound. That one is huge. I'm not sure that there is anyone walking the planet today who has not experienced an I'm not good enough wound. And we Aquarians are no different in that regard. However, the way that Aquarians handle or deal with issues is typically different from most of the other zodiac signs. So I am hoping, I'm all tangled up here. I am hoping that the cards are not going to show us more of that wound and that you have moved beyond it and that there are bright and exciting times coming. But let's start pulling some cards for you. Now, for those of you who are new here, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. If I stumble over my words, if the flies drive me nuts and I'm swatting at them and it looks crazy on the screen, if my fat cat moves around and my camera does one of these, oh well, it is all part of the authenticity that you get when you click on this channel. Also, Aquarius, exciting, I have a brand new deck. Now it is a little mini deck. Look how small it is. Yay! It is the Everyday Witch deck by Deborah Blake, and I am still getting into using it. But let's see whether I'm called upon to pull any cards from that deck for you today or not. We shall see. Let's pull some cards for where you are at now here as I sit and do this reading for you at the end of November. Let's just get a general idea of what's going on for you, what energies are coming in and influencing you right now. And then we will move into what you are focusing on. We're going to look at some difficult influences, messages the universe wants you to hear. We're going to look at unexpected, and then we'll look at your outcome. All right, so we have two cards for you. You are not the first ones to receive this card this month. I'm going to, oh, you got two cards, both from the major arcana. You've got the Strength card and you've got the Unity card. So the first card that came out for you was the Strength card. Now, this Strength card does feature a lion on it very prominently, indicating that there may be a Leo who you will be interacting with or who you are already interacting with here as we're wrapping up the month of November. The Strength card is about inner strength. It's about us really realizing and coming into our own strength and our own powers, and perhaps seeing a side of ourselves that we really didn't even know existed. This is not an unexpected card to see, given that last month you were called upon to work on your I'm not good enough wound, because the I'm not good enough wound is in direct opposition to the Strength card, and the Strength card is all about you have a spark deep within you, within your belly, within your heart, wherever you feel your intuition, wherever you feel your power, Aquarius, that's where your strength lies, and you have it within you, except that every once in a while it dims a little bit. This card is saying, we're not going to allow it to dim right now. Bring about your strength. The other thing that comes up when the Strength card comes up is that many of us don't realize where our strength comes from. Sorry, my camera just glitched. It's all part of the I don't edit. Many of us don't realize where our strength comes from. And because of the past several hundred years and human history, many of us believe our strength comes from a place of brute force. This couldn't be any further from the truth. Our strength comes from living in our truth and standing our ground, right? Being authentic, while at the same time practicing forgiveness and allowing others to walk their path. And that's really what this is about. Now, speaking of living your truth and being authentic, that's where this card comes in, Aquarius, the Unity card. This card corresponds to the Heirophant from the traditional tarot. Now, I'm going to talk about this card a little bit. If you've heard this speech before, feel free to jump ahead. But I do feel obligated for those of you who are new to go deeply into the Unity and the Heirophant card and its true meaning. What this card brings up is it asks us to dive into, on a really, really deep level, our beliefs. Now, where do our beliefs come from? In particular, a lot of our unconscious beliefs. They come from the institutions that surround us. What institutions surround us? Well, the very first institution that influences us after we are born is the family. The institution of the family that we are born into, and their belief systems immediately begin to influence us even as newborn babies. From there, oftentimes, society and religious institutions begin to inject and influence the little baby and child that is. And then from there, that little baby and child enters the institution of education. And that then influences their belief systems. From there, we move into perhaps post-secondary education, and from there, we move into the institution that is business, corporation, and work. So as you can see, there are a lot of things influencing us from the moment that we're born. And this card calls upon us to begin the exploration of those belief systems. And a lot of those belief systems are big concepts, deeply, deeply held beliefs that many of us don't dare tread upon. And yet, when this card comes up, Aquarius, it's an important card because it means it's time for us to explore these deep concepts, these deeply held belief systems, and determine whether they still resonate for us. The fact that you got this card right next to this card is an indication that you are at that point where you are probably going to tackle one of the really big belief systems, and you may choose to, yep, that totally resonates with me, and I'm going to maintain the status quo. And you may, on the other side, say, no, that totally no longer resonates for me. I'm going to buck the system. I am out of here. Okay. What types of concepts are we talking about? Well, I don't know. Monogamy, sending our children to traditional educational systems, that we are somehow almost to the point of legally obligated to spend time with family, even if they're abusive, because that is a deeply held belief system in our society. Okay? That's what this card's talking about. If your family is abusive, does it still resonate with you to go and spend time with them, to go and spend Thanksgiving with them, to go and spend Christmas holidays with them? Are you going to buck that system or not? Okay. Oh my God, the flies are so bad where I'm parked right now. What else could we talk about? Monogamy. Does it make sense for humans to have a partner that they perhaps meet in their teens and maintain and still have the same partner when they're in their 60s, 70s, 80s? That resonates for many people, but for some people it does not. These are the big beliefs and questions that are coming up for you right now, Aquarius. Dig deep. Determine whether they resonate for you. Okay, this is huge work that you're doing at this time. I mean, letting go of that I'm not good enough wound last month and now moving into Heirophant work and having the strength card right next to it. Oh my, Aquarius, 2024 is going to be quite the shift for you. All right, let's move into where you are putting your attentions. What are you focusing on going into? There's a card that's jumped right out for us. What are you putting your attentions on, Aquarius? Where's your focus? For the first half of December, we do just have the one card out, and it looks like it's just going to be that one card. The Star. And this is your card as well. New opportunities and possibilities and fortunes are opening their doors to you. The stars are shining brightly on you, and the sky is the limit. That is the message behind this card. And again, I do want to point out here that this is Aquarius's card from the Major Arcana. Okay, this is your card, Aquarius. This is your card. This is your reading. This is a card indicating that there is a time of spiritual tranquility coming for you, a period of time where you are feeling safe and comfortable in the decisions that you've made. Oh my goodness. And the fact that you had these two cards come out first, you now have 3 major arcana in your reading. All 3 cards are indicating huge changes and that the stars are shining on you. This is what you are focusing on. You are focusing on your own fulfillment, your own spiritual tranquility. You are focusing on reaching for the stars and achieving that at this time, Aquarius. That one was big. All right. Let's look at what may be challenging you and difficult influences. Do we want to go here? No, actually, I'm getting called over to the Deborah Blake, my newest little deck here. Let's look at your challenges. All right. We have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a karma card. It's a card of if you can afford to give, give. If you can't afford to give, ask and you shall receive. And the fact that that card came out in your difficult influences is indicating a little bit of, there you go, that's a picture of the card. Hopefully it's kind of coming into focus for you, maybe. Okay. So this card is a card of, like I said, if you have lots of abundance in your life, feel free to share. If you don't have lots of abundance in your life, then ask for help. Given that this is coming up in your difficult influences, Aquarius, this is indicating that you may be resisting asking for help and support at this time. Is this a detriment to your development? Only you can answer that. Let's have a look at messages that the universe wants you to hear. Messages the universe wants you to hear at this time. Oh, I love it. The card flipped over, so I am able to read it before I'm finished shuffling here. All right, so we just have one message for you this month, and that is stay open-minded. Absolutely, because if you are doing Heirophant and Unity work right now, you are definitely going to have to stay open-minded. Let's have a look at unexpected influences and insights. Unexpected influences and insights. Oh my goodness, the flies in here are just overwhelming right now. It's because it's quite cold out, so the flies are coming in through every crack and crevice of the RV, all looking for a place to hide from the wind and the chill that's outside. All right, there's a card. Oh, there's 3 cards and another one. And we do have another card. Oh my goodness. I can see what one of the cards is. And you guys saw them flip out. I don't pull cards. I wait for flipped cards. All right. In your unexpected influences and insights. Let me just pick all of these cards up. We have Oh my gosh, so many happy cards here. Yes. You have the Queen of Cups here. Now, the Queen of Cups speaks strongly to relationships, speaks strongly to tapping into our feminine energy and approaching situations with a gentle energy as opposed to entering situations and dealing with them with a hammer. The Queen of Cups may indicate someone coming along to help you or support you because you have in your unexpected, I'm not sure if you can read that or not, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is showing up twice in your reading, Aquarius. This card, the Unity card, the Hierophant card, number 5 from the Major Arcana. Number 5, Major Arcana. You have the Hierophant twice. You have it both in where you are at now at the end of November, and you have it coming up again in your unexpected influences and insights for the first half of December. This is very, very strongly speaking to there is something coming up in your current situation that is a deeply held belief system in one of the institutions, either the familial institution, the societal institutions, the religious institutions that you belong to and you have been a part of since the time that you were born onto this plane of existence. And you are at the point, Aquarius, where you are questioning whether those deeply held belief systems still resonate with you and whether you are going to go forward continuing with those belief systems or whether you are going to release them. You have next up in your unexpected 2 cards, both of which are considered happy cards. You have the 3 of Cups and you have the 10 of Cups. Now, there are 3 cards in the deck that are considered the happiest cards in the deck. The Sun, the Star, which you already have out here, and the 10 of Cups. Those 3 cards, the Sun, the Star, and the 10 of Cups, are considered the happiest 3 cards in the entire tarot deck, and you have 2 out of the 3 of them in your reading right now, Aquarius. What is that telling me? You also have this 3 of Cups here. I'll get into that in just a moment. What that is telling me, Aquarius, is that you have the opportunity to manifest and have the Sun and the Star shining down on you. You have the opportunity to manifest and bring into your existence exactly which you wish to manifest. But you do have a step to take prior to being able to do that, and that is this deep Hierophant work. Generally, when the Hierophant comes out, not once, but twice in a reading, it means that you are on the verge of a huge leap into